what kind of helped you that you learned in the streets into the Marines, and then from there to the CO?
Well, from the streets, like I said, I took the brotherhood, and what it takes to stay alive,
Welcome back to the Passion to Paycheck podcast. On today's episode, we have Ramiro. Hey, Ramiro, how's everything going?
Everything's going well. I'm blessed. I'm just happy to be here.
Appreciate it for coming.
Yeah, thank you for coming. Really appreciate it. So to get started, if you could just let the audience know a little bit about yourself and what you're currently working on.
First of all, my name is Ramiro Tablas. I was born in Tegucigalpa, Honduras, first generation immigrant. And I came here to the United States in 1987. Kind of like a funny story because I came to visit my brother for Easter break. And my mom asked me, I was 13 years old. My mom asked me, you want to stay or you want to go back? And I try to find out why I said to stay, because I was 13, all my friends were in Honduras, all my life was in Honduras. And without a hesitation, I told her, I want to stay, So I stayed with my brother here in Fresno, and went to high school in Fresno. Grew up running with the Northerners. I was never jumped in the gang because I had my cuñado. He was like kind of like my godfather. Mm-hmm. Taught me the streets. He was a very influential guy, and so they never jumped me in. They kind of took care of me, but never jumped me in. So after high school, I wanted to pursue something that I had a dream of when I was in Honduras. I remember going on vacation and this island is called Amapala. El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, they all fight for that island. So there's always Marine Corps presence there. So that's the first time I seen Marines, And I was like, man, I want to be one of them, So opportunity came, right? I'm here in the United States. I wanted to be a Marine. So I pursued the dream, and at the time it was kind of hard because I didn't have a green card, and so I had to wait 3 years after graduating high school to actually get in a plane and go to boot camp, and like I said, I told you, like I was telling you, I didn't tell nobody, I signed up. I was waiting. I was supposed to go like in 2 months. The recruiter calls me. He goes, hey, man, I need you to hook me up. Got to meet my quota. Can you jump on the plane tomorrow? And I was like, all right, cool. Let's do it. I was ready to go. Mm-hmm. I've been sitting around for 3 years. So why not, And I called my mom. And I go, hey, Jefita, I'm fucking leaving tomorrow to the Marine Corps. And boom, she hangs up on me, And I'm like, oh, shit, I think I pissed her off, So,
a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. So I call her back, and I'm like, hey, I got to go, I signed up, and she's like, well, they're going to kill you. And I was like, well, fuck, they can kill me here in Fresno. At least I have a rifle to shoot back, So... Yeah. So, she after a while, she kind of digested it and got behind it, right? So got on a plane, went to the Marines, make the dream a reality. It was a little tough because my English was terrible. And when you go to Marine Corps boot camp, they don't speak English. They speak a Navy lingo, Like a restroom is not a restroom, it's a head. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that shit, Fucking left is not left, it's starboard, right is port side, left, So I was having a hard time learning English. And these motherfuckers are throwing me a whole new language, So in 3 months, I learned to master it, And got out of boot camp with the meritoriously promoted. But I didn't have no billet, They tried to make me the guide, which is the guy that kind of leads the platoon, right? But when they gave it to me, I told them I don't want it, And they're like, "What the fuck? What do you mean you don't want it?"
Everybody wants it.
Yeah, everybody wants it. You don't want it? What the fuck? And I was like, I don't want it, And the reason why is because how I see it is the guy was like the guy in the front, right? He was the one getting all the credit for the good shit that was happening, and I don't want to be that guy, you know. I wanted to lead bit from the back, you know. So
Put it in that work. Put it in the actual work.
Yeah. So you know, at night we have meetings, and basically they did what I told them to do, you know. So I didn't need that billet, you know. So I was like, nah, fuck it, I don't want it, you know. But little did I know they were paying attention to that. They knew what the fuck was going on behind the scenes, you know. So they meritoriously promoted me, and I got it there as a PFC. You know, went through my Marine Corps career, and I know David Goggins talks about being the guy that is uncommon people, and I was always striving to be that guy, you know. So I'll go for 20-mile runs, fucking just for the fuck of it, you know. You know, people are like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" Like, why not? You know, nobody else doing it. Why I do it? You know.
Yeah.
And physical fitness has been a passion to me. My brother embedded that to me, you know, and so it's carry on all this time, you know, and I see how when you look well, present yourself well, walk well, people take notice. You know, you walk in a room and people say, "Oh, that motherfucker's about something."
Yeah.
You know, so I strive to be that guy, you know, and to me that maximum was the PFD was a 300 perfect score, right? To me that was the minimum I could get. If I fucking go behind 300, I'm not doing my job. So
that was your mindset.
Yeah,
all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. So 20 pull-ups, I have to do fucking 50. You know, if the 3 miles in 17 minutes, I got to do 14. You know, and the sit-ups to me was always nothing. You know, but usually the run and the pull-ups were what most people struggle in, and I master it, but it was through practice and through dedication. You know, so 4 years in the Marine Corps, I got out. I went back to Fresno, and I tried to get into different departments, you know, police departments. I wanted to be a cop, and didn't have much luck until the Department of Corrections calls me. And they're like, offer me a job, right? So I go into corrections, go to the academy, and they're like talking to me. Oh, you know, this is paramilitary, you know, our training, blah blah blah. Nowhere near it, you know. Very soft, very
compared to what you came from. Yeah.
So you know, I had all this drill, you know, not drill instructors, but instructors telling me this, telling me that, you know, and I was like, these guys are
there's
joke,
nothing,
you know?
yeah,
these guys are clowns. So you know, you take it for what it is, you know, and I was just trying to get through it, get to where I needed to be. The last day I remember. We had it was a run, push-up, sit-ups competition, and I smoked all 3 of them. You know, usually every class had one person do one event. I did all 3 events and smoked all 3 of them.
That's right.
Know? So and I shit you not that the day after the day of graduation, people are bringing their wives and their moms and their dads. This is the guy, you know.
Yeah.
You know, so
everybody's talking about you.
So I'm like fucking walking around like I'm a celebrity, you know. And like I said, you know, that's all due to physical fitness,
right.
You know.
Your
and
mindset that you had too, and how your physical fitness that you had.
But it becomes a key that opens a lot of doors, you know. And so I was like, all right, cool, you know. Fucking go to my prison. I go to San Diego, Richard Donovan State Prison. And I was there 2 years. 2 years, and over there, I ended up applying for they call it CERT team, which is the equivalent to SWAT in the streets. And when they sent me to CERT Academy, and it was kind of crazy, bro, because in the military we take care of each other, you know. The CERT team was supposed to be that way, right? But these guys didn't try to help me at all, you know. When they sent me to the academy, they sent me to fail, you know. And I know because my buddies were calling me. They're like, "Hey man, how come these guys are saying that you guys are gonna fail? There's 3 of us." And I was like, "What? Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're saying that first day you guys gonna get cut back, sent back, you know." And I was like, "That's fucking weird," but you know. And so the first day you get there, they test you. You gotta shoot. You gotta do the run, obstacle course. You don't make any 3 of those 3, they're sending you back. You know, no questions asked. Mm-hmm. And like I said, they didn't get us ready. But you know, I have always been that guy that's always doing the extras.
Right.
You know,
you were ready.
So I get there, we do the run, and I smoke everybody, bro. Not even close. Like the guy that was closest to me was like 2 minutes behind me.
Wow.
On a 2 mile run, right? So the instructors right away, they're like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" You know. Yeah. And some of the guys that were trying out, they were like, "Man, I remember you from the fucking academy. You that guy." You know. So I said, you know, and those guys were in at the different prison, Salinas Valley, which, because it was really violent, Salinas Valley, they were tighter. Those guys were tight, you know, and they had their shit together, you know. But they see me do the run, and I smoked all of them.
Yeah.
So they took notice, you know. Yeah. So they kind of fucking took me under the wing, you know. I go and shoot, and I barely make it, you know. I struggle with the pistol. Rifle was easy, but the pistol was what I was struggling with. But I made it by 1 point, you know.
Oh, nice.
So those guys were like fucking. They took me under their wing, and they started, you know, taking care of me, right? Because, you know, I earned the respect, and I make it through the CERT Academy. I get back to the fucking prison, and I'm like, "Man, fuck you, motherfuckers," you know.
Trying to set me up.
Yeah, you know, because that's how I felt, you know. But you know, I ended up transferring to Tehachapi, level 4, fucking shoe. You know, this is the rock they used to call it, you know, and really hard prison compared to Donovan, and at Tehachapi, the COs wouldn't talk to you unless you prove yourself, you know. So to me, that's like high school shit, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a fucking CO. You know, why do I have to prove myself, you know? So I kind of made a lot of enemies because I always stood on my own 2 feet, bro. I'm not that guy.
Not trying to fit in and
you know, you're not gonna manipulate my ass just to fucking get your fucking shits and giggles and shit. So I went through some shit with my own, and because I stood on my own 2 feet. 2 years into Tehachapi, they lifted the hiring freeze, so we started getting new guys. So when they were coming in, I was taking them under my wing and teaching them the job, you know. Well, all the OGs wouldn't talk to them.
You know, they thought they were better, whatever bullshit.
Yeah, because they got to prove themselves, right? Mm. But since I was talking to them, all these kids fucking started following me, you know. So I got this big following, you know, and because
the respect.
Exactly.
Respect.
You know, and because I was teaching them the job, you know. And the OGs started getting mad at me. They're like, "Man, what are you doing that for? You fucking up the program." And I'm like, "Nah, fuck you guys, you know.
You guys fucked up the program."
If I'm getting assaulted, most of you motherfuckers ain't even gonna jump in. It's gonna be this new kids. Yeah. So if they love me and respect me, fuck, I'm made, you know. And that was my mentality, you know. So then they started fucking doing what I was doing, you know. You know? So it kind of spread out a little bit, and you know, it benefit everybody at the end of the day.
Look out for each other. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, after like 8-9 years at Tehachapi, I decided I did everything that I wanted to do there. So I transferred to North Kern State Prison, reception center. Everybody was like, "Man, you fucking up. You're gonna come right back. There's no way with your character you're gonna fucking survive over there because you're too intense. You know, you're short temper. You're fucking, you know. There's no way you'll survive over there." So I'm like, "Man, fuck that." You know, that's another reason why I'm not coming back. You know? So I go over there and yeah, you know, at first it was a little soft. It was a soft prison. You know, the inmates got away with everything. But I ended up going to AR, which was the mainline level 3, and I got to work with some good people. You know, and we started kicking ass. You know, taking the yard back. And everybody kind of fell in place, you know. Mm-hmm. So then once again, you know, I started building my following, and I started building my name, and everything worked well, you know, until probably 2018, 2019, where the prison system started changing to, you know, softer. Let's be nice, you know. Let's give them tablets. Let's give them, you know, hugs and kisses and shit. You know, so somebody like me became a liability. You know, I went from being a weapon to being a liability. Mm-hmm. So right away they cut my wings. You know, so basically I got an ultimatum. You know, either fucking change your ways or fucking we're gonna fire you. Mm-hmm. Right? I'm too close to retirement. You know, so I gotta weigh my options. So I ended up going into a job where I work with basically the mental health inmates, which, you know, sometimes they're more violent than the fucking regular ones because they have no breaks. But it seemed to be easier because I wasn't on the mix, you know.
Right.
And I just sat there for like 3 years until I retired. You know, and it was slower pace, you know, from being on the yard. In a way, I think it's a blessing. You know, God bless me once again, because since it was a slower pace, it prepared me for retirement. Mm-hmm. You know, because a lot of people have issues with going from that environment to retirement.
Yeah,
you know?
Changing that's a big change. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think God had a plan for me, you know, and at first, 2020, man, I was hating life, man. I was mad. I was, you know, this is bullshit, you know, everything I've done, you know, all you know,
all that work, putting all that work,
you know, and instead of using me to train the kids, you know, they're pretty much blackballing me, you know.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, at the end, 2024, well, last year, I started contemplating. I was like, man, God was just getting me ready for retirement, you know. You know, so I took it as a blessing, you know. Once again, you know, and that's the thing about life, you know. Sometimes we think that you know certain things are unfair or are too hard or we're not, you know, and actually they're lessons, you know.
Right.
And you know, I feel blessed, man. I stay with the physical fitness. It's something that helps me not just physically but mentally. And lately I've been talking to a lot of people in the gym, and I see how a lot of people are chasing that spiritual health too, you know. And it amazes me how much it is inside a gym setting.
Oh yeah,
it's not. We're not. You know, we always talk about, you know, mental health, physical health, but the spirit it also has to be addressed.
In tune, yeah.
And lately I've been seeing a lot of that, you know, and there's a lot of people that we get to talk in the gym and exchange, you know, thoughts about God and, you know, and spirit and faith. Yep. And so it's been to me a learning experience, and to see people that are walking the same path that I'm walking, you know. At this time, I'm trying to make an attempt to go back to college. I would like to get a degree in a mental health. You know, maybe help veterans or people that been through the department. You know, because I actually think that if you worked at a prison for over 10 years, you most likely need to be seeking some kind of mental health. You know, because it's been
see a lot of shit, do a lot of shit.
Yes. You know,
learn how to deal with it.
Yes, you know, you got you the way they teach you to digest it is we make fun of it. You know, dude gets fucking stabbed. You know, you're like, oh, fucking, you know, he'll be back. You know, they're like roaches. They don't die. You know, blah blah. You know, but you know, sounds fucked up.
Yeah,
that's how we deal with it. That's how we try to make it okay
to kind of numb that.
Yeah,
trauma, and make it normal.
Yeah, and people say, well, you guys are fucked up. You guys are assholes. You know, but the truth is that we're just trying to find some normality.
Way to deal with it.
Yeah, and a lot of people misunderstand that.
But it makes sense though why you would do that, because then it makes it okay. This is going to happen again and again and again. So if we just make it to where we're numb to it eventually, then it'll be fine.
Yes, and that's why a lot of people talk about that CO humor, real dark, real dark humor. It's the same thing with the military, and basically it's what it is, it's not that we're fucking detached or we're just bad people, it's just trying to make normal out of something that is not normal.
Yeah.
Because you see it so much, so constantly, and that messes with your head. And I think that's why a lot of people, like in the military, you say, and COs, like they commit suicide because they, at the end, maybe they retire, whatever. They just don't know how to deal with all those things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's my personality. I like to help.
Right.
There's that movie Sniper where they talk about there's three kinds of people, the wolf, the sheep, and the sheepdog.
Yeah.
And usually the sheepdog is that's his purpose. That's how I feel. My purpose is to help. So
Right.
so the moment that you feel like you're not helping no more, you want to end your life.
Right.
And trust me, I had those thoughts. Those things that go through my mind, and that's what's scary about my personality, because I'm very prone to do that, so I got to maintain, alertness. I got to maintain a open mind, and I got to stay busy, doing things, and that's
Bringing value.
A lot of people tell me, well, bro, you're retired. Why you go to the gym at fucking 5, 4, 3 in the morning? I go, because that fucking sets my mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you got to start winning. You gotta build
Continue.
those wins.
Yeah, continue,
You-
grow.
and set the wheels in motion. Build momentum.
Set the tone for
to
the
take
day.
on the day, and as long as you're building, like I said, as long as you're building, you're good,
Yeah.
So physical fitness has been to me a blessing,
Where it's
man.
at, yeah.
To me, a lot of people, how do you stay motivated? I'm like, motivated. I don't even.
The discipline. There's no motivation here. You don't need motivation.
I
You
don't
just
know.
need discipline.
I don't know shit about motivation. To be honest, I get up in the fucking morning and I go.
Let's go. Yeah.
No questions asked. No, and at this time I don't even set my alarm, bro.
Get up and go.
Yeah. And my wife tells me, hey, fuck, get up at 3 in the morning and go to the gym. Like, fucker, don't worry about it. You're asleep, By the time I get
I'll be
back,
back. You still
I'll
asleep.
make you ass breakfast.
Yeah, there you
go. So just having a good time with it, man. And right now my goal is to get that degree and start giving back,
Yeah, so that I was gonna ask you about that. So you want to go get your degree? Are you wanting to do more like starting more like a business, or are you gonna do more like you're gonna start doing it for free, a nonprofit kind of deal, or you don't have that set in stone yet? You're kind of going with the flow.
As long as right now I'm trying to put my daughters through college, and one of them is real smart, I'm fucking.
Blessing.
Yeah, like she reminds me of my mom. My mom's, and she wants to be a doctor. So that's gonna take some dough,
Yeah.
so that will make me chase the money.
Right.
Honestly, if I don't need it, I'll do it for free, man.
Yeah.
I really, my intents are to give back,
Right.
And the only reason why I would do it for money is if I needed to put my girls through finish college, and that's my driving force right now. Making sure they
Right. Oh yeah,
graduate.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
But right now, your goal is just to go to school and then kind of play it by ear, and kind of tweak it and adjust it to either if you're gonna do nonprofit or doing a business, all depending on your daughters. If you need that extra money to put up to class, yeah. If you're gonna go to be a doctor, it'll be some years of big money.
Yeah, she wants to go to UCLA. So
There you go.
So God willing, I can make that happen.
Oh
for
yeah,
her.
you know you can.
Yeah, so
for sure.
so yeah, I have left those options open, and my mind's always turning, man.
Oh, yeah.
And the one thing about me is I've never been a person that chases the money.
Right.
I just I'd rather have peace.
Right. Oh yeah.
But I don't. I'm not saying that whoever chases the money is doing it wrong. It's by all means.
Yeah.
Whatever
But that's not you. Yeah.
yeah, whatever drives
Understand.
you is where it's at,
Right.
and to me, it's one thing that I need to do is get my
back.
girls graduated,
Yeah.
and that's like the most important thing for me right now. Like I say, I there's a lot of things that I can do. I was gonna get into personal training, but I see people's attitudes right now are kind of weird, so I don't think I'll be very successful at it because I don't like to, I told you the story, right?
Yeah.
I'm at the gym, bro, and this dude tells me, hey, can I train with you, right? You fucking, you look good. I like, well, let's go, man. Fucking meet you tomorrow. So we start, and I like to do a lot of reps, man. I like to, I kill it in reps. I take from the 20s to the 30 rep range, and so we start, and he keeps up first 2 sets, because I'm going light, I'm not going crazy strong, but I start piling up the weight, and he's like, hey man, listen, bro, like I don't want to work this hard. I just want to look like I work this hard. And I'm like, the fuck? The fuck you just said? Bro, fucking miss me, homie. Like, get the fuck out of my side, bro.
I don't work like
don't
that,
even
yeah.
talk to me, homie. Like, your mindset is fucked up, homie. What do you mean? I'm like, nah, man, that's the work is where it's at, bro. I can,
You want results, you got to put in work.
yeah, and the truth is, you make the goal. You look at the results, and what matters is the effort. And to me is where it's at. Making that effort is going to change you. If you make the effort day after day after day, constantly fucking
Get better, push. Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's like if you get there, cool. Fucking more props, but if you don't, you're a fucking better person.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good
So,
stuff.
because you kind of said you grew up in the streets with the norteños. So, what kind of lessons did you learn growing up in that kind of environment?
The brotherhood, man. With those guys were they're like my brothers. We took care of each other. I was never hungry. I never fucking went hungry. And fucking. I'll tell my buddy, hey, fuck, I'm fucking having ate like in 2 days. Let's go get some food, and we did what we had to do to fucking that shit, a straight fucking jungle shit, fucking hunt that shit, So that's what we did, and there's things that I'm not proud of, but I had to do them. There was no food in the house. There was, and
Roughing it.
yeah, roughing it. And but that's the mentality. You to me, it's like you either have it or you don't. You either a hunter or a victim.
Yeah.
And you gotta follow your path. And even in corrections, a lot of people told me, a lot of people get mad at the weak COs. The weak COs that they're trying to be friends with the inmates and try to do the extra, and so my partners would get mad at them, like, hey, this motherfucker, he thinks the fucking inmates are his friends. Like, dude, let him. What do you mean let him? I go, we all have a fucking part to play in this fucking jungle, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking lion, The inmates are like the fucking hyenas. You fuck with me, I'm a fucking smash. These guys that fucking they're doing the extras, they're the fucking gazelles, bro. and
They're gonna get eaten.
Yeah, they're gonna get eaten.
Yeah.
But that's what changes policy.
Yeah.
When a CO gets assaulted for doing something dumb, it changes policy. And I hate to say it, I might probably get a lot of shit for this, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
And that's but you decide who do you want to be.
Right.
And that was my thing. I'm not gonna get on a motherfucker for being weak, because that's who he is.
Yeah.
You know,
You can't make him a lion if he's not a lion.
No. You can dress him up, but at the end of the day, he's still fucking, a fucking sheep. You know, and that was the thing. I always remember this guy fucking. We were in the range, and they were teaching. They were transitioned from a revolver. Believe it or not, we were shooting a fucking revolver in 2017, I think 2018. Fucking antique fucking revolver, bro. That's what the fucking department was shooting.
Wow.
So they said we're gonna transition to a Glock, right? And they were like, "Oh fuck, there's no way COs can learn how to shoot Glocks. There's no fucking way, bro." And I was like, "Fucking, it's just a semi-automatic weapon. Like, what's the big deal?" But according to them, man, it was impossible, right?
Wow.
So they made the transition, and it was kind of crazy because the first it was 5 days, fucking lesson plan, right?
Yeah.
And I think it was 3 to 5 days, maybe it was 3, but they made a big deal out of it, you know. And we're online, they're yelling at us, and I was like, what the fuck, I've been to the Marine Corps, I've been to fucking CERT Academy. Never have they yelled at us on the line, bro.
Yeah.
They never yell at you on the line. Only in the fucking movies.
Right.
In the movies, oh yeah, they're yelling at you, In the Marine Corps, they will never yell at you on the line.
Not on the line.
No, because you got a fucking gun on you. So let's be real, You lose your shit, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
So you fuck up, they'll stop.
Yeah.
And they pull you off the line, and then they'll shoot your ass.
Yeah.
But never yell at you on the line, And all these motherfuckers, they like we're saying, maybe they got the teaching job because their homie is the warden, or they're the fucking AW's
who they
nephew.
know or whatever.
Yeah, so they're going by what they see in the movies. Oh yeah, well fucking Clint Eastwood yells at the recruit on the line, so I'm not yelling, And at the end of the day, they asked me like, "Hey man, what you think of the training?" I was like, "This is bullshit, man. You guys are fucked up. You guys are fucking." I shot a weapon before. I know how to shoot a fucking semi-automatic weapon, and I'm cool. You can yell at me all you want. But all these guys that never have, you make them feel uncomfortable with the weapon. What the fuck you think is going to happen when we go in a transport and I need him to fucking pull his gun and help me out? He's not gonna go for it because he don't feel comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Same thing that happens with there's a housewife. The fucking burglar, walks in. She's not gonna go for the gun. She goes for the fucking knife because that's what she knows, right?
Right.
Unless you taught her how to shoot the weapon and she feels comfortable with it, right? So to me, it was like this training is total bullshit,
Yeah. That way they're doing it.
Yeah. So you're reversing it, and they were like, well, the thing is that they need to go buy guns, and I was like, bro, like, where's your? Think about this, bro. You give a fucking gazelle a gun. Do you make him a fucking lion?
No.
Does the gazelle becomes a lion? No. It becomes a gazelle with a fucking gun. So it's
They run everywhere with it.
It's a mentality, It's mentality, and you got to embed that in them, and you're not doing that. You're regressing it, and things like that always, the reason why they always put me on the side or on the sidelines, they never wanted me on a fucking
too raw, too real.
Because bro, you're exposing us, so we don't need you, Because I did apply to teach at the range, and we don't want people like you, because I expose their bullshit, and they don't want that, They don't want that.
That's how the system is rolling up, though. They want the system to continue to be like that. So they don't want to, like you said, they don't want to be exposed, and they want to continue the system like that, and that's why it's fucked up.
Yeah, and corrections right now is right now it's the worst it's ever been. There's been, my job as a CO. I talk a lot of shit about inmates, but trust me. I even earned their respect because I treated them fair. I never fuck with the inmate just because fucking I had a bad day or whatnot. It was always sir. I always talk to them with respect. The moment they crossed the line, then it was on. But the department right now, because my job was life preservance. Make sure they don't fucking die, they don't get killed. you know, and this is the worst it's ever been. You know, the last year, I want to say there are like 60 murders, you know.
Wow.
And just in the prison system, in the prison setting, which it shouldn't be that way, you know. But it's just because, you know, everybody, 90%, I'm not gonna say everybody, 90% of the people teaching, they're just pretenders, bro. They're just going through the motions. They're just faking it, you know. And
To get by.
I don't even say it's to get by. It's just, you know, to say that they're doing it, I guess, you know. For the name, for the title, for the, you know, for the props, you know, and I call people on it, you know, and they get, like I said, they get mad, which is kind of funny because I have people kind of call me out, not on my face, but they tell other people, hey, yeah, I'm gonna kick his ass. So when they tell me, I'm like, hey, bro, like, when we're gonna do this? I will never say that, bro. Like, come on, man. Like,
already,
like, miss me, bro.
A couple people told me already.
Yeah, you know, and it's like, why are you running your mouth, you know? But it's because, you know, like we were talking about earlier, that social media bullshit, right? Yeah. Social media, you can talk shit to anybody. Yeah. There's no repercussions, but face to face is a little different, you know. And like, I'm not that guy that gonna go out flexing on people. But I'm not that bitch either. Right. You know, you fucking call me out, let's do it. You know, and trust me, I'm undefeated right now. Yeah, you know? But you know, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I fight fair, you know, because I don't. You know, you know, we fight
in the street. There's no
real
fair.
Bad intentions, you know. Yeah, they say en el amor y en la guerra todo vale.
Se vale.
You know, everything goes. That's right. So trust me, I'm not. You know, that's always been my mentality. We engage. I'm not gonna. I might not win, but I'm not gonna lose. You know, trust me. You will remember me. You know, and yeah, those guys were always with the fakeness. You know, you know, and so getting out of that environment, it's been a blessing, bro. And I think I earned it. You know, 23 years service.
And you just retired, you said? September, you said?
November.
November.
Yes, I just retired in November.
Nice.
Yeah.
At 50.
50 years old. I turned 50 in July. Nice. And I waited another 5 months just because my 23-year anniversary was in November.
Nice.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be retired?
It feels good, brother. Yeah. It feels good. A lot of people were telling me because I was always involved, you know. Right. Even when I say I got kicked out of the line in 2020, but I was always helping people. You know, I got involved with the union. I started helping them, you know, with problems, issues, and that kind of kept me motivated. You know, that kept me
going.
Yeah, going. And a lot of people told me, man, you're gonna have a hard time making that transition, you know, because you're going from being active to going stealth, you know. Yeah. And I was like, well, you know, I'm not afraid, you know. The thing is, I gave everything I have to give, bro. Like, you know, I put everything on the line, you know. I had times where we had a kite, you know, a letter saying, hey, this guy has weapons. And I'll be, sign me in, man. I'm in the front. You know, and I want the trust of the lieutenants and the sergeants because they usually will let me pick my team and I give them the pep talk, you know. Right. And I kind of told them, man, this is what we're gonna do. This is what's gonna happen, and let me take lead, you know. And I went and I knocked those doors probably fucking 20, 30 times. Zero people hurt. Nobody ever got hurt. Perfect. And that's something that I'm very proud of. You know, that's one of the things that I more than, because I never promoted. More than that, you know, to me, it's like the biggest badge of honor that I ever had. You know, when I was there in an incident, man, nobody got hurt, man, and that's one of the things that like I say, I'm the most proud of. And I always had a plan, you know, always been real tactical. Going to Tehachapi helped me a lot. You know, I developed a lot over there. There was a guy named Monty Gould, who that motherfucker's like fucking 80 years old and he's still fucking doing tactical shit.
No,
you know?
Shit. Savage.
He's a fucking beast, you know. Guys like him, Jim Lundy, those guys fucking Tehachapi was like just a different beast, man, and their tactical mentality was at a different level, you know. So I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, you know, I was fucking, you know, came this from my own, you know. There was a lot of the things that I learned from them, that I learned to adapt, bringing it to North Kern, you know, and the most trouble was getting from it was administration or the guys that were training us, you know, which is, to me, is crazy. You would think that they wanted us to get better, but no, they wanted to push their agendas, their little mentality, you know? So you know, it was a trip to go through that, you know.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. All that whole journey you've had. So as far as from the streets to the Marines to the correctional officer, what kind of helped you that you learned in the streets into the Marines, and then from there to the CO?
Well, from the streets, like I said, I took the brotherhood, you know, and what it takes to stay alive, you know, and when in boot camp, it surfaced a lot because they'll follow me, man. These guys will listen to me. We'll wake up in the middle of the night, and I give them a fucking speech. If somebody needed to get their ass chewed, I was the one chewing their ass. And there was times where, you know, this guy's fucking watched that movie, fucking Full Metal Jacket and shit. So when somebody was getting out of hand, they wanted to fuck him up with the soap and shit, and you know, blanket party. And I was like, no, hold up, bro. Like, fucking, let me fucking talk to him. Let me fucking get on him, you know? And if I don't fucking change it, then, you know, you guys do what you got to do, right? But I usually, I saved like 3 guys, man, that I think that would have got their ass beat, you know, if I would have been there, you know. But I always thought about, you know, you gotta train people, you know. It's not, you know, there's weak-minded, there's weak physically, but they're trainable, you know. There's a reason why they went to the Marines, you know. You know, you could have signed up to go to the Army, the Navy, you know, the Air Force, fucking get on a fucking stationary bike and fucking kick it, you know. But you came to the fucking Marines for a reason, and so those guys to me were trainable, and I did reach them, you know, and I got through them, you know, and so I always think about that, you know, helping them out, right? So that's something I took from the streets, you know, the brotherhood, you know. And like I say, you know, a lot of people think gangs are bad, and well, they are bad, but when you're in there and they're actually
the brotherhood,
they're actually around good people with good heads, you know. You learn something, you know, and from the Marines into Department of Corrections is basically the same thing, you know. Something you learn in the streets is respect, man. You know, if you fucking walk around like you think that you're the baddest motherfucker, you're gonna find that one motherfucker that's gonna be better than you, and that's gonna fucking teach you a fucking lesson. You know, I never had to, like I say, I never had the opportunity to get my ass beat, but I see people get their ass beat. You know, and you know, you pick your battles, you know, and so getting to Department of Corrections, it was about respect, you know, and I always been, you know, there was a point where I was getting into a lot of incidents, mainly with black inmates. Reason why is because Mexicans, whether it's Northerners, Southerners, they have rules they got to obey by. So if you know the rules, which I learned them, it's easier to get along with them, you know, because I can use the rules against them, you know. The Woods, the whites, they usually, they don't even want to fuck with the cops. They don't come in nowhere near you, you know. It's very rare that you have an interaction. It happens, but usually it's from 0 to 60, you know. Yeah. But usually they don't want to mess with you. Like blacks are always testing you, you know, they constantly, and they don't have nobody to answer to. So they're the ones who become more problematic in that environment, you know. And so I was having a lot of issues with the blacks coming from LA County, and not issues, but incidents, you know. Mm-hmm. So it got to a point where the administrators were like, "Hey, fucking tell us, wakes up every morning, And he's thinking about what inmate's gonna beat up today, you know? And I'm like, what the fuck? You know, I wake up in the morning, I'm kissing my daughters, man. I'm fucking, I hug them, I'm fucking, daddy gotta go to work, but you be back. You know, I'm not thinking about work. You know, if you're not paying me, trust me, I ain't thinking about your ass. You know? So I'm like, what the fuck? That's some stupid ass shit, bro. You know, but that's what they were saying, you know?
That's the word, yeah.
The fucking AWs, the captains, you know, they're all talking all that shit. And I was like, I'm not that guy, bro. Like, you fucking got me fucked up, you know? Yeah. And think about it. I walk into a yard. There's 200 fucking inmates, bro. There's 3 of us. If I was that guy, they would have got me already.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They would have fucking got me already. There's no way, you know? Those guys, they don't last long, you know? Mm. And, you know, I'm not going to sit here and tell you there's not those guys, because there is. But they don't last long, you know, because at the end of the day, it's all about respect, you know. But every time I put hands on somebody, it was, they
earned it,
yeah, you know,
and they knew why.
And they knew,
yeah,
you know,
they knew they deserve it.
90% of the time, the person that I put hands on, they will tell me, "Hey, man, I had that coming," you know, you know,
and it goes back to that respect, like from the streets.
Yeah.
You're not just waking up and showing up and using the badge to take advantage and whooping people's ass. No, you're going to get it because, you know, you earned it, you know. You deserve this shit right here.
Yeah.
And they recognize, because why? They're from the street. So, like, respect.
Yeah. And it goes both ways, you know.
Right.
And you know, at the end of the day, towards the end of my career, I got to work in the ADSEC unit with the mental health inmates, but we usually help the regular ADSEC inmates, which was the MA guys, and you know, and those guys will fucking always try to pick my brain, bro. Like, hey man, you fucking worked out today? Like, fuck yeah, man. I got up at 2 a.m. You got up at 2 a.m? Like, yeah, man. I bet you were fucking sleep, huh? Like, yeah, man. I gotta get on my shit. I'm like, yeah, bitch. You fucking, you know,
to keep up.
So you know, they're always picking my brain and shit, and they be tripping out, you know, because I'm, you know, I like reading books. I like to get not just knowledge and the physical fitness part, but I also like to learn. One of my favorite topics is history, man. History fucking can teach you so much. You know, history can teach you how to read people. You know, coming from Honduras, who was my biggest enemies? The Mexicans. They fucking hated me, bro. They hated me. Fuck this fucking Indio pendejo from Honduras. Fuck him. Yeah. You know? So it was a throwdown. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, well, this motherfucker, fuck's wrong with this motherfuckers? You know, what the fuck did I do to them, right? So then I started learning their history, right? That was my, it's kind of crazy because that was my reaction to it. I went to the fucking library because there was no fucking phones back then, and pulled out fucking Mexican history, immigrants, fucking all that shit. So I learned how to talk to them. You know, once you learn how to talk to them,
it's a different story.
They're eating out of my head, bro. You know, and I can say it like that because it's literally what happened. They started following me around, you know, because I knew how to talk to them. You know, I'm talking to them in their language. And it's basically what happened in the Marine Corps, too. And Marine Corps is more segregated than fucking prison, bro. And the Marine Corps fucking, you know, Mexicans stay with Mexicans. I didn't even know that fucking Mexicans and Texans didn't like each other. I learned that shit in the Marine Corps. Yeah. They fucking hate each other, bro. Yeah. Fucking on site, bro. Like, what the fuck? You know? So I get there and I see all that, and it was a trip, but at the same time I was prepared for it, and you know, there was guys from Honduras, but they didn't like me because I acted like a Mexican. Yeah. So I kind of fell in line with the Mexicans, you know, and it was a trip because they started following me, you know. They looked at me for as a you know, how do you say it, like a role model type, you know,
for like guidance.
The guidance, yeah. So, but it's because I knew how to talk to them, you know, and once again, that's just life, you know. And to me, history is so valuable.
And that came from you learned how to talk to them because you were reading on history.
Yeah, I mean, I went all the way back.
Understood.
I went all the way back to fucking Hernan Cortez and shit. Fucking when he came and fucking
what he did.
He gained fucking Quetzalcoatl. He gained Montezuma.
Yeah.
You know, because they thought he was Quetzalcoatl and you know the Malinche. You know, I went all the way back to there.
Yeah.
And I brought it all the way to immigration.
To understand.
Yeah, to the immigration and it's a funny story, bro, because I was fucking with this Dodger fans. And because they were like, oh, fucking brown pride. And I was like, bro, how can you say brown pride and be a Dodger fan at the same time?
Yeah.
What the fuck do you mean? Well, you know the Dodgers, when they brought the Dodgers from Brooklyn, they fucking kicked out the Mexican community to build fucking Dodger Stadium, right? They fucking bulldozed them.
Yeah,
out of
you
the
don't
fucking
even
way.
know.
That never happened, bro. You lying. I'm like, bro, look it up. So, no, you fucking liar, blah, blah, right? So they're getting all mad, bro. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm getting mad because he called me a liar.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, look that
And
shit
you
up.
know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Look that shit up, motherfucker. So they looked it up. Next day, I'm like, hey, man, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I didn't know. I'm like, whoa, yeah, bitch. So, but you know, I don't think they bulldozed the people. I'm like, they did, bro. And, well, they couldn't get away with it. I'm like,
Shit.
come on, bro. It was the city that ordered that shit. You think they're gonna say, "Oh, we killed fucking 20 immigrants on the way fucking out"? And they're not gonna say that, bro.
Yeah.
And nobody's gonna claim them. So, gives a, you know, who cares?
Yeah.
Basically,
That's his life.
You know, yeah. You know, survival of the fittest, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they were like, "No, man. Well, I don't think they killed nobody." Well, like that's the way you think, you know. At the end of the day, they're like, "Well, I love my Dodgers, so fuck those people." And I was like, dude, that's all I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Be real, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Be real. You know? That's all I wanted to hear. You know, so your Dodgers are more important than don't be fucking yelling brown pride, homie.
Yeah.
Fucking miss me with that shit. You know? You know, but you know, it's just little things that you learn reading those books, man. And to me, it sets you apart. It helps you
Get a little
learn
bit more
and understand
knowledge.
people,
Yeah.
you know. A lot of people have a problem with Trump right now. He's a dick. He talks all that shit.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, he's from New York. Have you ever talked to a New Yorker? Those motherfuckers talk so much shit, you know.
Yeah.
But to them, it's how they talk, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and
That's normal.
Yeah, I was in the Marine Corps New Yorkers, and they're like, "Fuck you, motherfucker! Fuck you, bitch! Fuck you, you know. I see you tomorrow." Oh yeah, all right. Like, what the fuck? I was like, "What the fuck? You get shot here in California saying that shit?" I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Oh, that's how we talk, bro. You know. So 7 years old, New Yorker, rich, motherfucker. How do you think he's gonna talk, bro? He fucking owns it.
Yeah. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah. You know, he owns it. But put your fucking feelings to the side and listen to. Look what he's doing.
Right.
You know, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, that's to me that's what's important. You know, because people everybody can yap, bro. Everybody can talk. You know, but it's your actions what matter. You know, so you know, once again, history to me is a valuable tool, man. It goes along with physical fitness. You know, staying mentally ready, staying spiritual ready, and you know. It basically tells you the future, man. You can actually, you know, see
History
shit coming.
repeats itself.
Yeah,
Not exactly, but to an extent.
It's very close, you
Yeah.
know. And most leaders that ever been fucking somebody, they usually go back to the history books to see how other people did it,
Right.
You know, and they try to mimic it, you know.
Right.
You know, and the ones that don't, they're the ones that fuck up, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how has the gym played a role in your mental health as far as transitioning from the CEO into retirement?
The gym is like it's my key to life, man. Like honestly, like I told you before, I don't get motivated to go to the gym. I just go, you know. And to me, it's like I get up at 3. And today I got up at 3 in the morning, you know, and fucking Sunday.
Yeah.
3 in the morning, going to the fucking gym, doing legs.
Nobody's there. at that time.
Nobody was there. That's the one of the things I like. Fucking did legs for 4 hours, bro. Like, you know, and most people don't understand that, you know. But I'm building those wins, you know. I'm building something already, and I feel like I'm ahead of everybody else. You know,
Yeah,
everybody else
that's
is
for
fucking.
sure.
Everybody else is fucking sleeping.
Everybody's sleeping.
Yeah.
Everybody's hungover, crudo from the weekend, drinking all weekend, and they're so far behind. And
Yeah, you know, and I was at a retirement party last night, and they were all getting drunk. You know, I don't drink. I don't like to drink outside my house. If I'm gonna drink, I like to be in my house, or I like to be around people that I can trust.
right,
If there's one person that I don't trust,
because you know how that
I'm
goes.
not drinking.
You know how that goes
yeah.
in the hood.
Yeah, I you know, and that's my policy. You know,
Right.
one person, and there's one person at the party that I don't trust. I ain't fucking with alcohol. You know,
Yeah.
and just to stay ready.
Right.
You know, and so I didn't drink last night, but you know, I left like maybe 9:00. You know, and I'm already, my mindset is already, you know, I'm gonna get up morning. I'm gonna get up early, fucking go hit those legs. You know, and the gym keeps you in check, bro, and it really does. You know, and you know, we all have those temptations, that shit that we want to do, and I'm like, well, fucking, I can't fuck up the gym, so nah, man, I gotta put that shit, put the shit in the back burner, you know. And to be honest, bro, like I told you, man, I'm a fucking open book, bro. First thing I said when I was gonna retire, smoke weed. You know? That's what I said. I fucking about 2 weeks ago, I fucking hit this joint, and it kind of fucked me up, right? I'm like
Relaxing.
I'm fucking chilling, but I felt numb. You know, I'm not feeling my pain, bro. I'm not feeling my aches, right? So I was like, I can't do this shit. You know, to be honest, I bullshit you not, bro. The next day, I'm like,
fuck that. No more weed.
Yeah,
that was it.
That's it.
One hitter quitter.
You know, I like feeling the fucking pain. I like feeling my fucking joints hurting, and I get
make you feel alive.
Yeah. You know, I feel like I'm doing something. You know, and I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna fuck with weed. You know, and number one, I like feeling my pain. Number two, I don't like feeling numb or fucking, or I'm just gonna sit on the couch for a fucking 6-7 hours and do nothing.
Shit,
you know. Yeah. I gotta maintain doing something, you know, and number three was I don't want to get addicted to that shit, you know, and because at the end of the day it's gonna start eating me up
slowly, little by little.
Yeah, it's creeping up, you know, and so I'm not gonna let that shit happen. So yeah, kick my fucking. I've been saying that shit for the last fucking 12 years, and I hit one joint and
that was it.
That, you know, I'm good. You know, I want to stay alert. I want to stay fucking focused on what I need to do, and there's a lot of stuff that I still need to do. You know, like I said, like getting my daughters graduated. You know, so yeah, fucking focus, and anything that fucking weighs me down, anything that, you know, whether it's friends, family, fucking weed, fucking alcohol. Fucking to the curb, homie.
Yeah.
You know, I have no problem doing that.
I like that. Yeah, for sure.
No problem doing
It's
that.
a good mentality to have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How old were you when you started first working out? Was it still when you were young in the streets?
I was 13. It's actually when I came here from Honduras. I was a big fucking Hulk Hogan fan, bro. I love that motherfucker, dude. I it was the fucking shit, bro. I kind of like Macho Man better, but to me, Hulk Hogan was Macho Man was my guy, you know. But Hulk Hogan is just so fucking, you know, his presence, you know. Yeah. And my brother took me to go see this motherfucker at Sunland Arena in Fresno, and that fucking place was fucking off the hook, bro. I've been to concerts. I've been to a lot of events. Nothing like it, bro. When Hulk Hogan came out of the fucking tunnel,
everybody went crazy.
That place was fucking nuts, bro. And I was like, I need to work out, bro. I need, you know, I want what he has. You know, and that was a big part of it. And I watched this movie. It's called Can't Buy Me Love. I don't know if you guys seen it.
I haven't seen that one.
So in that fucking movie, the football players get all the girls, right?
Yeah.
I'm a teenager, bro. I want girls.
Yeah.
So I need to get in football, right?
Hell yeah.
You know, fuck soccer. Soccer ain't getting me shit. I need to go play football.
That's right.
So yeah, fucking, you know, that's what I wanted. That's you know, I wanted to be the fucking guy, bro. So to be the guy, you gotta look, you know, gotta look the part. You gotta walk the fucking walk. You know, so yeah, it was on, bro. It's on. That fucking button went on. And
Never
it's never
turned
been
on.
off. It's never been off, you know?
Shit. So then 13. So then that's your lifestyle. That's why you don't even see it. Like you don't need motivation.
No.
That's just your lifestyle. And that's why I started working out. You know, because to change my lifestyle. And most people, what I see when they look at if they want to work out or whatever, and I think that's why when you were looking at becoming a trainer, that's probably because they don't have it. They don't have what it takes. Because most people are like, they were like, oh, I want to work out because I want to look good for this party. I want to work out because summer's here, and they only work out for that short period of time, and after that they let themselves go. Mm-hmm. It's not about that, and it's not about like a lot of people that compete too. They just get shredded just to compete, and then they let themselves go. Yeah. Not everybody, right? But some of them. But the way I see it is like, no, it's the lifestyle. Like I want to maintain like this, and eat good, wake up good, feel good, do good. You know what I mean? Keep that mind fucking flowing and spiritually, mentally, physically, and be in tune with yourself. Because if you're just doing it for a short period of time, well, don't fucking do it.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. Most people need the goals, right?
Right.
Most people need a goal to set to fucking try to get there, right?
Right.
And when you get to our level, it's part of life,
Right.
and it has a lot to do with reading,
Right.
To me, I was like, man, what the fuck is wrong with me? I'm not normal, But I started reading Miyamoto Musashi, his memoirs, and I'm like, man, I think like this motherfucker did back fucking 2,000 years ago, And then you start reading on Marcus Aurelius, Marcus Aurelius, his memoirs. And that shit that he wrote, he was writing to himself,
Right.
Those things weren't supposed to get out, but they did. And his thoughts, and I'm like, that's the way I feel, man. That's the way, that's my stoicism, it's my mentality. It's what I've been doing for
now you can relate where you thought you were something wrong with it. No, you're just different. You think different.
Yeah. And the thing is that not everybody can adapt to that.
Yeah.
Not everybody
They don't have it.
can comprehend it, know. And being in the Marine Corps, I pushed myself to what I thought it was the limit. I thought, looking back, I was like, man, I was a bad motherfucker, dude.
Yeah.
Like
Crazy
motherfucker.
motherfucker.
I was going 20 miles. Like, let's go on a 20-mile run for the fuck of it. Fuck, boom, go, Then now, today, I'm fucking, I got COVID in 2020. I started reading David Goggins. Mm-hmm. And this motherfucker's running 100 miles. And I was like, motherfucker,
like, fuck,
dude,
I was just doing 20.
I thought it was the shit. This motherfucker's running 100, 5 times what I was running.
Yeah.
So at the same time, I'm like, man, I'm glad this motherfucker wasn't there when I was there, because then I would have went up front 200.
Yeah.
Just to, I'll do him.
Yeah, I'll work him, man.
But that's where the environment you put yourself in, you're gonna adapt to it,
Right.
And one thing that I did when I was in the Marine Corps, I pursued to be a recon, which is the equivalent to fucking Navy SEALs, but for the Marine Corps, not as hardcore as Navy SEALs, but pretty fucking hardcore. And I passed the test. The physical part, I was dialed in, but I wasn't a citizen at the time. I was just a resident. Well, if you're a resident, you can't clear top clearance, so you get disqualified. And I think at the time I was mad, and because something that I wanted to do, but it makes me wonder now how much can I push my limits,
right?
Being around bigger wolves,
right?
Yeah. I think I would adapt. I think I would have fucking
take it to another level,
you know? But basically, that's what happened with Goggins. He goes to Navy SEAL training. He fucking adapts. He fucking excels. He goes to Ranger school. He adapts. He fucking excels. Now it's like there's nothing impossible. Right. And that mentality, is great. But God had all the plans for me. And like I said, when you're young, you don't understand. You get mad. Oh, fucking life is not fair. You cry about it. But I never stopped, bro. I never stopped. That was the one thing that, well, fuck, if it's not this, then I'll go do this. Yeah. I did 2 shows, just because, like I said, seeing Hulk Hogan, learn about him. He was a fucking bodybuilder before he was a wrestler. Well, I want to be a bodybuilder, so I did 2 shows, but bodybuilding is too many politics.
Yeah.
Too many fucking politics. And to me, it's like, you got a guy that works his ass off, and he's dialed in. But because this guy is fucking local or fucking the fucking judge's nephew, he wins it. You know, it's not based on effort. You know,
Right.
So I kind of fell in love with powerlifting more. You know, I kind of like powerlifting more for that reason. You know, because powerlifting is deadlift fucking 500 pounds. You either pick it up or you don't.
Right.
You know, so the guy that didn't fucking pick it up, he's not gonna win,
Right.
regardless of the fuck he knows.
Yep.
You know, so it's based on your effort and your fucking will, determination to fucking get that shit done.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why, like, you know, sometimes you'll see me in there fucking moving some weight.
Hell yeah.
You know, and something that I learned to love. You know, and when I was in Okinawa, I did a powerlifting competition. I was weighing 145, bro, and it was funny because I'm starting with like fucking 300-pound fucking bench press, right? And everybody else was like, "Hey, bro, we're starting with 225. Motherfucker, you guys are like 200 pounds. That's like 20 pounds over your weight." Yeah, but, you know, we want to make sure you get it. I'm like, dude, you're not pushing yourself. This is it, bro. We train all this shit. We train all this time.
There's the moment of truth.
And now you're gonna fucking pee your pants, bro. Like, fuck, push yourself, homie. You know? And so they will trip out on me because I was the little guy, 145, bro. Everybody else was way bigger than me. So they're like, "Oh no, okay, fucking, you know, I'll go fucking." You know, so I'm pushing them.
You're
know?
pushing everybody.
Yeah, you know, and it was funny, but it was just their mentality, bro.
Yeah.
And once again, you know, it's the environment, you know, and I sadly to say, I don't talk too much of my family for that reason, because some of them feel like I'm self-centered or, you know, selfish and this and that. I get all that.
They
shit,
don't
you know?
understand.
And I'm like, dude, like, how can you call me self-centered, you know, because I lift weights, you know? I'm trying to be better, bro.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be better. Oh, well, you think you're better than us. If I thought I was better than everybody else, then why would I even work, you know? Does that make any sense? You don't. If I thought I was in the pinnacle of fucking my life, I'd be chilling, bro. I'd be kicking it, fucking watching TV all day, you know?
Yeah.
But no, I want more. I want to get higher, you know?
That's right.
Yeah, you know? And
Have that mindset to keep learning, keep growing in every aspect of life. You know,
Yeah,
mentally,
you know.
physically, spiritually.
You know.
Continue to grow.
And when we're in the academy, my buddy told me, because nobody could beat me running in the academy, right? And my buddy's like, "Oh, well, fucking, you're at the top, so eventually you're gonna get tired, you know, and somebody's gonna take your, before we get out of here, somebody's gonna fucking take your title, right?" And I'm just saying, "That's where you got me fucked up, bro." He goes, "Nah, man, the wolf at the top of the hill is not as hungry as the wolf climbing the hill." I go, "Well, bitch, I'm that wolf at the top of the hill, but I'm looking at the other hill already."
Yeah,
you know,
right.
I'm not fucking looking to stay here.
I continue to climb. Yeah.
I'm not looking to stay here. I'm looking for the other hill, you know? And that's where the extra, you know, extra working out, extra fucking shit comes, you know?
Yeah.
Get up at fucking 3 a.m. because I know the motherfuckers ain't getting up at 3 a.m. to get it done.
Still
you know?
hungry.
Yeah, you know, you know, I have people tell me, "Hey, bro, can you take a day off so I can catch up?" Fuck, you gotta be fucked up, homie. You know, you better fucking double up with shit if you want to catch up. You know, because I'm not taking no days off, you know? 'Cause
That's
I'm not, you're not gonna catch me fucking slipping, you know?
Yeah.
And
That's
you know,
a great mentality to have. And I always said that, you know, because Rudy, me, and a couple other friends that we hang out with, like, man, what do you guys work so much? Man, it's normal for us. You know what I mean? Like that's our lifestyle. You know, putting in work. Like, no matter what we're doing, we're working. Whether it's like, go back to the same concept, mentally, physically, spiritually, we continue to grow and evolve. You know, why? Because we want more.
Yeah, and that's the
Still
key.
hungry, yeah.
And that's the key to everything, you know. You know, and a lot of people say, well, you just talk about the gym. Yeah. Learn to adapt it to everything else.
Yep.
You know,
same concept.
Once you start fucking doing what you're doing there to everything else that you're seeking, you're gonna be unstoppable.
Yep.
You know, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You might take some lumps, you might take some fucking knockdowns.
It's life.
But you're gonna keep going. You know, and you never lose. You always learn. You know, there's always a learning experience. You know.
Yeah.
You take it on the chin and fucking keep on going.
Keep on going, yeah.
You know, and that's the thing that I think that makes me the most scary. You know, because you know you're gonna have to kill me, bro. Like, you know, it's just that's where it's at. You know, and a lot of people see me fight. You know, in the prison, and they're like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" You know, they started calling me the Hulk. You know, that was my nickname for a while. You know, because they were like, you know, you're not the biggest. You know, you're not the strongest, but the fucking rage you display is fucking crazy, bro.
Savage.
Well, yeah, I'm fighting to win. I'm not fighting to lose. Can't afford to lose. Somebody who's gonna raise my kids, bro. That's out of the question. And once you start taking that mentality into everything else, man, you become unstoppable.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
That's
without
true.
a doubt. This is where we at, bro. This is the land. The land of the free, the promised land, bro. This is where motherfuckers can get shit done if they want to.
That's right.
And that's
you gotta want it. You gotta want it. Yeah.
And I see you guys doing your hustle and shit. And I'm like, I look it up, bro, and I'm like, all right, that's where it's at. I seen you guys in Vegas last week, and I'm like, fuck yeah, bro. It's you guys are living the dream.
Oh shit, we're in Vegas. We didn't even walk the fucking strip, bro. We hit Vegas. First day, we hit 3 gyms. 2 hours each gym, 6 hours, boom. Fucking went to sleep early, woke up early, boom. Hit the fucking one gym and the second day.
Yeah,
just one gym, 6 hours straight, nonstop, boom. Who the fuck does that? Who the fuck goes to Vegas with that?
I see your quote.
Yeah.
You said nobody's done Vegas like we did.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Nobody's
and that's where it's at, bro.
That's where it's at. Yeah.
That's where it's at.
And everybody probably be like, "This motherfucker's crazy." And then we show up, and I think it's Monday. I'm back at the gym, same time, 4:30. We here early. And, well, hey, you don't take no days off. Fuck no, bro.
No.
We got back last night. Fucking, we gonna hit it, keep going, bro. Like fucking, it's a lifestyle, man. Fucking, we getting it,
Yeah, and that's it's cool to see you guys, man, because somebody drops the ball, somebody else picks it up.
That's
we
right.
run with it. And
push each other. Motivate each other.
And that's the beauty that you learn when it comes to teamwork.
Yeah.
And it's something that I can say that I had a success in the prison system when I was pretty much the guy on the yard, and I surrounded I was able to kind of manipulate a little bit the lieutenant,
right,
and to bring in the people that I wanted, and we had a wrecking crew, bro. And trust me, if I dropped the ball, somebody else pick it up. They fucking dropped it, somebody else would pick it up.
That's a real team, man.
But somebody was running with that motherfucker, dude. And there was, I want to say 3-4 year. It was a 3-4 year run. We didn't have no one bad day, bro. There was some shitty ass incidents. There was some fucked up shit that happened. But to say that I went home saying, "Oh, today was a bad day," fuck no, man. Because everybody was fucking on it,
on
bro.
point.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And
that's the good thing about having a good team.
Yeah. And it goes back, once again to fucking be very, very precise on who you pick to be around you. Take that into consideration.
Yeah, porque se pega, esa madre se pega.
Oh yeah, and those guys will fucking drag you down like a cancer.
Very fast.
And so you got to be smart about who you surround yourself with. Who you fuck with.
Are they pulling you down or they're uplifting you? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Are they in the same circle, the same mindset you have, or they're fucking pulling you down? Yeah, fuck that. Like you said, if it's not helping me, it's holding me back. Fuck out of here, Honestly, we're growing over here.
The truth, that's the truth, bro. People tell me all the time, man, why you so fucked up, bro? Like, I ain't gonna fuck with that dude, bro. Like,
he's not right out there.
No, I ain't got time for that, we fucking either, keep up with the pack or fucking,
you stay behind.
Yeah, And there's people that are trainable, but they gotta show the desire,
Right.
But for the most part, if you have that attitude or the mentality,
not gonna make it. Yeah.
No.
Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, would there be a piece of advice you would give your younger self from all your experiences now to your 17, 18-year-old self?
When I was 17 years old, I was very how can I say it, bro? I was a person that was very insecure, very timid. I didn't believe in myself because I never went through like tests, and it seemed like everybody around me tried to baby me, and nobody thought I could be somebody that could be aggressive and fucking a go-getter. So they kind of, in a way, made me fucking adapt that mentality, when my life changed is when I went to the Marines. You know, the Marine Corps really tested me, and I learned to be more to believe in myself. You know, and that's kind of when the fucking bird took off. You know, I would say if I could talk to me in 17, you know, I would tell me, believe in who you are, motherfucker. You know, get shit done.
Fuck yeah.
You know, and I think it would have, I don't know, probably would have been a different life. I don't know, you know, but that's probably one of the biggest things now is most people are lacking that, you know.
The belief in themselves.
That's the self-doubt, but it goes back to they're not willing to put in the work.
Yeah.
You know, and
they just say they want it, but they don't want to.
Yeah.
They want to put in the work that it takes to get it.
Yeah, and you got to go through struggles. And,
part of life.
You know, and I always remember my cousin. My cousin thought he was German. His mom, I don't know. I think it was his mom that fucking told him, "Oh, we're German." So it's a funny story, bro. This motherfucker, we'll be watching World War II movies, right? Who fucking wins? The U.S., right? Yeah. This motherfucker will get mad, bro. That's fucking bullshit. They fucking win every time. I go, bitch, it's history. They're not gonna change. That shit's not gonna change, bro. Oh man, you know, if Germany would have won, things would have been different. Yeah, we wouldn't be alive. Number one, you know, because we're not German, bitch. Like, oh no, I'm German, and I'm like, okay, fuck. But
he wasn't. But they made him believe he was.
Yeah, so he had the fucking the mindset. But the motherfucker would work out every day.
Oh,
you know,
shit.
back in Honduras, which is very rare. You know, over there.
Yeah.
You know, people that wouldn't work out over there, and this motherfucker was on it. You know, he was in fucking shape. You know.
Yeah.
But he, like, when he look at me, he wouldn't try to push me, but for whatever reason, he'll fuck with everybody else, but he would leave me alone. You know. And I kind of fucking resent that, you know, because I'm like, fuck, this motherfucker would have got on me. Things would have been different, right?
Yeah.
But as a trip, man, you know, I just think as, you know, the people you surround yourself with, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Makes a big difference for sure. Very fast.
So the best thing you think that happened to you was joining the Marines, because that's where you actually evolve. And
yes. Coming here, like I said, the one decision that I made to staying here, which to me, it makes no sense at 13. You know, I think, you know, I follow my heart. If you ask me explain why, I couldn't tell you, you know. But it played out to me. It played out for me. And then I finally was able to get in the Marines.
Fuck yeah.
And it's something that I wanted to do. So I bought it all in, bro. Because a lot of people tell you, well, fucking Marines are different breed or whatnot, you know. Most Marines go to boot camp, you know, they change, it changes their life somewhat, but they go back to the same old self, you know. And I always say something that pisses off my I know a lot of people back in Honduras is, I was born in Honduras, but I was reborn in the parade deck, San Diego Marine Corps Recruiting Depot. That's where I was reborn.
Fuck yeah.
You know, the person that I am. You know, and a lot of these guys that are fucking, that are at that level, you know, like Goggins, he talks about that shit all the time, bro. You know, I killed David Goggins. I became Goggins, you know.
Yeah.
And but you got to do it through that experience, right? I read up on the Vikings. The Vikings, you know, once you become 17, 18, they fucking send you out to the woods.
Become a man.
Go kill a bear, motherfucker. Don't come back until you bring that fucking bear fucking skin back.
Yeah.
You know, and they got to go kill their bear, you know. So to me, that's where it's at, you know. I fucking left, went to the Marine Corps. They didn't even know how to speak fucking English, but fuck it, you know. And I brought back my fucking bear, you know.
Fuck yeah.
I'm worried, and there's something stay with me. But I bought into it. Like I said, some people go back to the old ways because they don't buy into it, you know.
Yeah.
And I told this youngster one time, I go, you see all these motherfuckers, they all talk about being Marines, right? But to them, the title is what makes them, right? I don't see it that way. I make the fucking title.
Right.
What do you mean? You know, the Marine Corps was here back in 1776, you know. I go, yeah, but the way I carry myself is what makes me special, you know. And I uphold that fucking title by walking tall, you know, speaking the truth, being that guy, you know.
Yeah.
where you just fucking talk about it, you ain't shit, bro.
Yeah.
You ain't shit, and people gonna call your bluff, you know.
Right.
Because I've been told people, I've been told by people like, look at this clown, bro. Look, he's so fucking sloppy. He fucking, you know, he say he's a Marine. Well, he probably was, bro, but you know, he's not upholding the fucking values, you know, upholding, you know, the Marine Corps values.
He didn't have the heart. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where it's at, bro. That's to me, it's like, you know, I had went to Home Depot yesterday. Motherfucker told me, he's sizing me up, you know. He's like, hey, man, it was a worker, right? You need any help? I'm like, no, I'm good, bro. Fucking, yeah. Were you in the military? I'm like, I look back and I'm like, yeah, Marine Corps. He goes, yeah, man, I thought so. I seen your legs and shit. You look like you walked the fucking, the path and shit. So I started laughing and shit, you know, and it's like, once again, bro, you know, how do you carry yourself?
Right.
You know,
They notice.
that alone, you know, the haircut, the way you walk.
Yeah.
And my wife gets me shit all the time. She's like, everywhere we go, somebody's stopping you, somebody's telling you shit. I'm like, it's just the fucking the energy, you know, and people want to know, you know, and they want to feel it,
And
know?
they respect that.
Yeah. You know? And you can't fake that, bro.
Yeah, you can't fake that.
You know.
Good
So,
shit.
yeah. So we'll go ahead and start wrapping up the podcast. So for the last part, if you can just give a piece of advice to people about life, fitness, or anything you'd like to give to a person, what would that be?
We're going through an era that to me, the way I see it, is starting to change. You know, I think things were getting real bad. Maybe now is, you know, and they always talk about hitting rock bottom before you start going back up, right? And I hope that we have hit rock bottom, and I hope that people start thinking with their heads, you know, instead of with their feelings, you know, and look at the actions, you know, not just the talk, you know. The media has a lot of influence. The celebrities, pro athletes. I don't even understand why people listen to pro athletes, bro, because half of them don't even have an education. And the reason why I say that, because, you know, what's the name now? Russell from the Raiders. Mm-hmm. That guy couldn't even write his name, you know. But he has a 4-year degree from fucking Alabama or fucking, you know what I mean? But he don't even know how to write his fucking name, bro. But you're gonna listen to him on politics and about life and about, you know, that's not where it's at, bro. Do your research,
right?
You know, get educated, you know. You know, all the resources are there. I mean, it's so much easier now. You don't have to go to the library. All you have to do is get your phone and you know, Google, there. You know, and get all the information you need, you know, and make decisions based on that, you know. Like I was telling you earlier, you know, I think this turn right now is going to expose a lot of fake people, and I see it at all. I start seeing it at all levels. You know, I follow a few YouTube channels, and I've seen people getting exposed left and right now for faking it. You know, being about bullshit. You know, telling people what they want to hear. You know, and it's YouTube. Celebrities are getting calling their bullshit, you know, fucking, like I said, Department of Corrections is going through it right now, man. And you know, when people ask, well, why do we have so many murders? They don't have no answer, you know. But the policies, man, they're implementing policies, you know, and people don't want to see it because they don't want to get educated, you know. They want to listen to the media only. Yep. You know, they don't want to do their own homework, and they don't want to do the work, you know. So yeah, my advice is, man, please, man, get educated. You know, be willing to put a little bit of work, you know, and make decisions based on actions, you know. And yeah, that's where it's at, you know. Work on yourself and sharpen those tools, man.
That's right.
The mental, physical, and spiritual.
I like that. That's good.
Fuck yeah.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in on today's episode. We'll catch you guys on the next one. What's your story?